Well, hello and welcome back, and thanks for coming back. Where are we? Downtown Paphos. We're heading down the Masoi Avenue and we're heading down to downtown paradise. We're going to go through uptown Paphos, midtown Paphos, lower town Paphos, into downtown paradise, the downtown Cato Paphos harbour. And, well, it's a spectacular day indeed. If you like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe, and perhaps come back for a little bit more of my complete and utter madness. This is the Masoi Avenue. Basically, it's a big road. It goes straight down to Paphos. And if you want to buy a Porsche, a Rolls Royce, something more humble like a Nissan Qashqai, or perhaps a fridge or two, this could be the street for you. Anything you can want is on the street. Most of the big shops are here. If you want a pagoda, there we go. P&S tender, they'll come out, put some fancy contraption up for you, and hopefully it won't fall down too soon. Pan Motors, if you want a G-Wagon, if you want a Bugatti Veyron, that could be the place for you. Again, there's another place there called Fagor. If you want a fridge, get yourself in there. Some outdoor furniture, Sotters DIY, Home Centre over there. You've got Scania if you want another fridge. And if you want some benzene, let's have a look at the price of benzene. €1.39.9 per litre. That's not too bad. It's come down quite a lot, but it is quite expensive still. So if you're wondering on that note, how's the channel funded? Very, very simple. Our superstars, the people that choose to watch us, some of them now and again reach out to us. They go through to our About page where they find the little icon. It's called Buy Me a Coffee. They click through and they buy us a virtual coffee or two as a thank you or as a tip or to keep us afloat. There's a chappie who's probably not going to buy us a coffee because he's in a big hurry to go perhaps to his own funeral. Who knows? But he didn't want to travel at 50 kilometres an hour in a 50, and now he's going to have to stop at the red traffic lights. So he just shows us just how clever that he really is. Anyway, rant over, Mr. Andy. Let's get ourselves stuck right into his bottom, shall we? Just to annoy him that little bit more. Anyway, this is the crossroads here. If you go left, you would go to the top of Anavargus and the Fountain Roundabout. If you go right, you head out towards Ember and Tala, and there's a bit of a decision to make then, because you go down to Clorica, across to Ember, or up to Tala. But we're going straight. We're going to go straight all the way down and connect with the rear end of the old town, and then continue our descent down to what's known as the new town. Cato Paphos means new. That's what it means. Pano means old and Cato means new. So we're going down to the new part, or lower Paphos as we call it. And of course that's where the promenade, that's where the harbour area is, and that's where most people want to spend their holidays. See, he's so impatient, he doesn't actually want to stop at the line. He's in a big hurry, isn't he? He's a very frustrated man in his Audi A4 with a TDIS 1.8 petrol engine. And there we go. He's very frustrated indeed. Go on, off you go. Go on. You don't need to stop at red lights, you know. Why did he stop in the first place? I don't understand, Andrew. Why did he stop in the first place? Because I wouldn't have stopped. I would have just kept going. There we are. If you want to get some special yogurts, best yogurts in the whole of Cyprus, by the way, Lidl is the place to go. I go there once a week to buy a pack of 24. Forgive that bump in the road, lady. So sweet Caroline. And they're the best yogurts in the whole of Cyprus. And they're probably the same in any other little shop around the world. But I go in there and buy them, and she loves them. And now and again, I eat one as well. If you want to go and get some, I don't know, Viagra, if you've had enough of your nuts, get into that pharmacy there. Although, not today, because it's closed. It's Sunday, if you understand me. There we are. But don't worry, this video will be coming out only a day later. Carrefour supermarket is on the left. What have we got over here? Got a bank if you want some money. I've got a balaclava in my pocket. I'll pop one of those on and pop in there. They'll probably chuck me 50,000 chuck change. That's all it is. Got another bank there, you see. There's plenty of banks in Paphos. If you need some money, put your balaclava on, get your mallet out, and off you go. Now, talking about malleting, I'm wondering, where are those two twins? Where are those couple of pains? What are they up to? Have they gone on holiday? Have they defected? I think they may have defected. They've probably gone off and they're watching that channel, Andrew and Mart. Or perhaps they're watching Andy and Nessie's Travels. I don't know. Both great channels on YouTube. Go Google them and go and have a look. You get to watch Miss Andrea and Mr. Mark race round in a little red scalded Ewig, or you get to watch Mr. Andy and Miss Ness race around in the Black Beast. Yes, indeed. Superstars, absolute superstars. Now, this road is quite new. Lots of people who follow the channel know that, and it's now fully open all the way through. So if you want, you really can get a bit of a move on and overtake everyone. Because remember, the police don't do a lot to you in downtown Paphos unless you're really doing something stupid. But if they got a frappe in their hand, you know, the priority's got to be, you know, you've got to get your priorities right, haven't you? If you've got a frappe, you've got to drink that frappe first, because otherwise the chill goes out of it. It's the same if you're eating a pork kebab. You know, you don't want it to get cold on you, so get the important things in life done before you get back to the policing part of life, which is a good idea, to be honest. If you want a Honda or a Peugeot, that's the place for you. If you want a new one, that is, isn't it? If you want a second-hand one, well, come to me. I'll supply you one. I've got quite an extensive list of customers who've got cars that they want to sell, so if you want one, drop it in the comments. There we are. Brand new roundabouts. Look at that. That's slowing them down. They're all confused. The locals, well, roundabouts and traffic lights, they're very difficult for them to understand. You know, before it was donkeys, and donkeys went this way and that way, and well, they never went into reverse apparently, which is why, well, there we go. The rant is over. Thank God this bit of road is open, by the way, because this road's been a disaster down here for quite a while. So to be honest, Lady Caroline, you're not going to need that pillow for that much longer, although rumour has it that they're going to dig up another road very soon indeed. And that's lucky for the Lord Nigel of the big guns, because he does like to get his tot or two poured, that is for sure. Oh my God, gridlock. Dizzy Blonde, gridlock in downtown Paphos. What's the world coming to when a man has to stop? Let's see if these lights change to red, because if they do, I'm going straight through, especially for you. Neil, keep chomping on your chicken pie, and Ali, just give him a slap on the back. You'll be fine, that's for sure. These are some of the superstars that like to tune in now and again to the little channel known as Marika and Me. Coming to town very soon, and I hope that she's going to bring her Chuchka dancing shoes with her, is a young lady, and her name is Miss Maya. So that means that her dad must be a Mr. Nigel and her mum must be a Miss Debbie. And they're coming to town very soon, and they're going to book into the Mayfair Hotel, which is probably one of the best hotels in downtown Paphos. We're going to pop in there and have a word with Mr. Yuri and Mr. Christos, the general manager, and just see if we can get something special. He'll probably give you an apple or an orange, but hey, it is still something for free. If you come into some of the hotels that we get on with, by the way, if you let us know, we can pop in there, and you never know. You might get a bottle of wine, you may get an apple, you never know, or they might just throw you out. But it could be worth the comment, shall we say. We are technically in the old town. We are, shall we say, kissing the cusp. To our right hand side is Kennedy Square, and if you go down through Kennedy Square, well, you're in the old town. And please take the time to come up to the old town. Most people, you know, they tend to stay down by the beachside hotels and apartment complexes down there. It's about 15-20 minutes to come up here on foot. It's pretty easy to find. I mean, if your name's JJ Tonic and you've got a partner in crime called Mr. Andy, it'll probably only take you 10 minutes because they're super fit and they do like a good hike. But most normal people like us probably take us 20-25 minutes, and perhaps we'll stop along the way for a can of the real thing or something stronger. But I don't think there's any shops that sell Pepsi on the way. Hence why Miss Andrea and Mr. Mart never came up to the old town. Let's try not to run these people over, because you never know, they could be superstars who now and again tune into the little channel known as Marika and Me. Now, big shout out to some of the superstars that are on the show. Well, there's one girl in charge of the show. Her name is Dame Ann. She's a superstar amongst superstars, and there'll only ever be one Dame Ann. So good morning to you, Dame Ann. The crew is returning back from holidays and all that kind of thing. Sitting to her side is the girl all the way out in Poland, greatest lawyer in the world. She is a star, and she is our superstar, and her name is Miss Anna Star. she's cuddled up to the one and only Dame Anne. Sitting on their shoulders, on the arms of that particular sofa, there are the two Ronnies. Of course, Biker Ronnie is back in downtown Denmark, and he's taken some fabulous photographs on his travels, that's for sure. And of course, sitting on the other arm, the man in charge of all the policing on Marika and me, the one and only Superintendent, Chief Constable of Police, Ronnie Miller. Good morning to you. Who else is on the show? Well, sitting over in the corner, we've got the superstar known as Dave Jono. He's come in, he's going to do a bit of delivery service and that kind of stuff, and taking orders. Miss Nessie's coming back to town, she's been away. And we've got some new recruits. Miss Fiona, she's come back to town. She's been out on her holidays again with Rob. They're always out on holiday, these people. It's terrible, they've got too much money. Anyway, they're coming back to the crew. Miss Vivian, she's back. She's been off to Turkey, she's been off to Tenerife, she's been everywhere. Anyway, these are the girls in charge of the Marika and Me Lounge Bar. Welcome to Mr. Paul's Breakfast Club. If there's something you want, you tell those girls, and then get your whip out and put it on the rear end of the man known as Lord Dave Jono, and he will begrudgingly serve it to you. And you never know, when those two boys come back, those couple of bangs, we may get them on service as well. Although they were quite lazy before, to be honest, they really were. So we're looking for some new recruits. If you want to be on Mr. Paul's Breakfast Club, all you got to do, well, hunt us down on the Buy Me a Coffee. You treat us and we'll treat you well, that's for sure. Big shout out to some of the other stars. We've got Sir Michael Crompton, megastar amongst megastars. Lady Sally Briers, superstar, absolute legend amongst legends. Of course, it goes on and on and on. We've got Andy and Christina, superstars. It goes on and on. There's too many people to list, but if you come back now and again, I will try to remember every single person's name. Yesterday we had the great pleasure to be accosted yet again, but this time on camera, by the legends known as Shady Tree and his shady lady. That's Mr. Mike and Miss Liz, and it was a great honour and a great pleasure to sit with them. And they're here for, well, another week or so, that's for sure. So the odds are very high indeed that either they will accost us or we will accost them. And they're staying in the downtown Amalfi 5-star luxury hotel, and they say that it is absolutely spectacular. We're starting our descent into downtown paradise. That's the downtown Paphos harbour, so stick with us for that a little bit longer. Don't click off yet, Mr. Nigel, Lord of the Big Guns. Let's keep going. Keep your eyes on the Breitling catalogue as you look for the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea. We're going to be there very soon. On this street, if you're looking for a property to buy in downtown Paphos, or perhaps anywhere else in Cyprus, this could be the street for you. There's more property sellers on this street than anywhere else in Paphos, and many of the big names are on this street. Chestertons, oh yeah, they're here. You've got Fitzgerald's, probably one of the most famous ones. He's in. Just further down, you've got West Coast Properties, yep, and you've got some of the local developers that are, what should we say, enticing you to buy a property or two in downtown Paphos on the island of love, which of course is Cyprus. Here we go. The final descent is upon us very surely. Clean your eyes. Here we go. The blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea is upon us, and you're going to catch it very soon indeed. This is the harbour roundabout. We're going to go straight over, and you're going to see the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea on a truly spectacular morning indeed. And if you like what you see, want to hit that like, click the subscribe, and perhaps come back for that little bit more of my complete and utter madness. What a spectacular day it is in downtown paradise. I'm getting hungry now. I'm thinking about breakfast. I think I may have to go to Tea for Two, because if you want a good breakfast, Tea for Two could be the special cafe for you. There's one on Tomb of the Kings Road. You can't miss it. It's got big letters on it. It says Tea for Two. And you've got one on the harbour as you enter into the promenade area. You can't miss it again. It's got big letters across the top of it saying Tea for Two. And you've got one towards the top of the Hotels Road where all the hotels are. Again, you can't miss it. It's got big letters on it that says tea for two, and it really is a great breakfast with spectacular service and a great relaxed atmosphere. I'm going to say thanks for watching, and if you want to come back and see us again, please do very soon. Sometimes people say thank you, and sometimes people don't. Next time, I'll just run her over. Thanks for watching.